I was a very busy person when I was working. When I retired, there wasn't a lot to do. And the things I tried, like bridge, I wasn't interested in golf. Bridge was fairly interesting, but there's just so many bridge games you can play in a week. And medicine has always been very interesting to me. I've always loved it. I've always been amazed at the fact that people pay me to do something that I like to do so much. I went to an event where Fred Carter was, Dr. Fred Carter, who was the one who really got Vim going. And I was at this event with him, and he started to tell me about Vim and said, why don't you come with us? You know, why don't you come? And he was a very persuasive person. So I came. And that's how I first got involved with Vim. I really think that we've made a big difference in this county. And I think it's wonderful that this community has risen to support us the way they have. Not only with their donations of money, but their donations of time, with their coming to our fundraisers, and just by word of mouth, telling people the good things that happen in the clinic. So it's been unique in that all of the medical resources in this community, as well as the community itself, have combined to make this clinic work. I also feel that I have a debt to the community that has, to this country and the community that has given me so much. My mother was an obstetrician gynecologist, so she was never around when we were children. And I thought, well, I'll have my children first and then I'll get to be a doctor. And even though I graduated from Cornell University with honors, I found that it wasn't so easy for a woman with 2 children to be accepted in medical school, let alone for any woman to be accepted in medical school in those days. And I applied to one of the major universities whose dean was a good friend of my folks. And he personally interviewed me and said to me as I walked in, Thea, I'm going to do you a favor that you will thank me for the rest of your life. And I thought, He said, our psychiatrist tells me that a mother's place is with her children, so I am tearing up your application. But I was able to get into a wonderful school called the Women's Medical College of Pennsylvania, which took only women. I got a marvelous education there because there were only 50 of us in the class and there were a lot of faculty. And just went on from there. One of the main things I think that has driven me was my mother and my aunt, both of whom were physicians. My mother was an intern at Bellevue Hospital in New York in 1916 and rode the ambulance there. We grew up on stories about her medical cases, and she just thought being a doctor was the most wonderful thing in the world. And she conveyed that to us. She was a little tiny lady, 4'10", but she was full of vim and vigor. I would hope that our legacy of caring for the people in the community who need our care will be continued. I would hope that more and more professionals that we need who are able to give time would volunteer to give time. And I would hope that what the clinic does and the benefits of the clinic would be more widely spread throughout the community so that we would reach all of the people in the community that need our help. You know, pride is supposed to be a sin. I take great pride in, when I mention volunteers in medicine, the recognition and approval that I get from the people with whom I'm talking.